Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 26 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2435. Paths in matrix whose sum is divisible by k value. So let's make this problem easy. So in this problem, you are given a zero indexed m into n integer matrix grid and an integer k, right? You are currently at position 0, 0 and you want to reach the position m minus 1 and n minus 1, moving only down or right. All right. Okay. So here simply means you are starting from here and this is your ultimate goal, right? And you can only move in down direction or in right direction, right? We have to return the number of paths where the sum of the elements on the path is divisible by k value. Since the answer may be very large, we have to return it modulo 10 to the power 9 plus 7. That's it. Problem statement is very easy. We have to start from here. We have to reach here. We have to find out the number of paths. And in those number of paths, we have to just calculate the total number of sum. And if the total sum is completely divisible by k, right? So that simply means that path is valid, right? So here in this particular example, if you see this red colored part, right? So this is also one path, right? We are moving right and we are moving down, right? That's it. So here if you do the sum, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 4 11, 11 plus 5 16, 16 plus 2 18. So 18 modulus with k value, right? So it is equal to 0. K is nothing but your 3, right? So this path is good. Okay, so we find path 1. Now see the path to this blue color path, right? So 5 plus 3 8, right? We are just moving down, we are just moving right, we are just moving down. 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 0 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 5 15. So 15 modulus with 3 is also equal to 0. So this path is also valid. There is no other path, right, in which the sum of all the elements modulus with k is equal to 0, right? So only these two paths are valid for example number 1, right? And here if you notice, k value is equal to 3, right? K value is equal to 3. So let's say if I'm doing the summation of elements, right? So maybe let's suppose I will get 1, I may get 2, I may get 3, I may get 4, I may get 5, right? I may get 6, I may get 7, I may get 8, right? Something like this, right? So during the summation of values, let's say I'm getting something like this, right? And here if I just do the modulus of all the elements with k value, right? So here I'm just writing the numbers from 1 to 8, right? And if I do the modulus of all these numbers with 3, then tell me what is the value that I'm going to get. So here I'm going to get 1, here I'm going to get 2, here I'm going to get 0, here I'm going to get 1, here I'm going to get 2, here I'm going to get 0, here I'm going to get 1, here I'm going to get 2, right? So for k is equal to 3, only 3 remainders are possible, 0, 1 or 2, right? So at every stage, at every cell, right, at every cell I'm doing like this now, from 5 to 3 I'm moving, right? So here tell me 5 plus 3 what is, let's say this is the path I have covered until here. So 5 plus 3 is nothing but 8. So 8 modulus 3 is nothing but 2, right? 8 modulus with 3, right? This is very small example. I'm just taking this part, right? Very small. It can be very huge sum also here, right? It can be very huge sum. Instead of 8, it can be very big number, right? So now here if I do it like this, I can also do the same thing like this also, right? 5 modulus with 3 plus 3 modulus with 3 and overall modulus with 3, right? So this is also we can do, right? So 5 modulus with 3 is nothing but 2 and 3 modulus with 3 is nothing but 0, and this complete modulus with 3 is also nothing but 2 modulus with 3, that is also equal to 2. So both are same thing, right? Even if we calculate the sum and then complete sum and then do the modulus, or if we can just calculate the remainder side by side. So here what is the remainder, then next time add this value to the previous remainder, right? This is the old remainder. Let's say here I am, so here I am calculated some, I have calculated some remainder, so that let's say this is old remainder, right? So in the old remainder I am adding a new value, right? I'm adding a new value, and I will find out the remainder of this combined one. So both are valid, but let's go with this approach, right? I don't want to be a very large number. I will always keep the values in this 0 1 and 2, then I will add the next value like this. Okay, so from here I think many things are clear, right? So only these are the possibilities for this example, 0 1 2, right? And we will just deal with the remainder, right, at every cell. Okay, now let's this is our goal, right? So from cell 0 to 0 I have to move to this cell. So here you know that number of rows is m, and number of columns is n, right? This is given right here. You are given a 0 indexed m into n, right? So here if I just give the indexing 0 1 2 0 1 2, so we have to move to this now. So I can say this is nothing but m minus 1 and minus 1, right? So from here to here we have to move, and in the end, right, at this particular position, my remainder, how many paths in which I am going to get the remainder equal to 0. This is the ultimate goal that I need to find out, right? Okay, so here you know this thing, right? So let's say 12, right? So 12 modulus with 3 is equal to 0, right? Is equal to 0. Same way we can reach to this 12. We can reach to this 12. Let's say I have 8, so 8 modulus with 3 is 2. Later on in the next cell, let's say I get 4, right? So now previous it was 8, right? So my old remainder was 2. Now in the new cell I get 4, so I can do 2 plus 4, 4 modulus with 3, that is nothing but 2 plus 1, that is 3, and this complete modulus with 3 is equal to 0, right? So see here, in the old stage my remainder is 2. In old stage my remainder is 2. So even though in old stage my remainder is equal to 2, but when I move to the next cell I may get some value in which this remainder 2 which was on old stage, right? If I add a new cell to this particular remainder, I am going to get 0, right, in the end. So we have to check all the possibilities, we have to check all the remainders in each cell. 0 remainder, 1 remainder, 2 remainder, in all the cells I have to check in how many ways we can get remainder 0, remainder 1, remainder 2 in this particular cell, right? So here I'm going to create a DP like this, right? I'm going to create a DP like this. So in my DP, what I'm going to do, so my DP is going to be something like this: I comma j, right? And after that, I'm just going to fill r. Okay, so I can say this is nothing but I can read it like this: the number of ways I reach to cell, I can read it like this: number of ways I reach to cell I comma j with remainder r, right? So number of ways I reach to cell I comma j with remainder r, and this r can be 0, 1 and 2 for above example, right? So clear until now everything? So this is what I'm planning to do. Okay, so let's understand it now. Let's do the dry run of this example. So let's say this is your matrix. Okay, so 0 1 2, right? These are nothing but the rows. Okay, so let me write it like this, rows, right? I don't want you to confuse this r with the remainder. So these are nothing but rows, and here I'm going to write the columns. Okay, so column 0, column 1, and column 2, right? Now here let's fill the values, right? So 524305. Okay, 524305 and 072, right? 0 7 and 2, right? So 524305 072. Okay, so I told you, right? So this is nothing but cell 0 comma 0, right? dp of 0 comma 0, right? So here only three possibilities, right? This or this as a possibilities, right? Or this as a possibility, dp of 0 0. Cell is this only, right? I am reaching to this cell 0 comma 0 with remainder 0 with the remainder 1 with the remainder 2, right? So these values I have to fill, right? Initially let's say all these values are 0, all these values are 0, right? Okay, so same thing you have to do. This is nothing but dp of 0 to 1, right? This is nothing but dp of 0 to 1, 0 row column 1, right? And here 0 remainder, 1 remainder, and 2 remainder. Okay, so this is a thing that you need to do here also. dp of 0 to dp of 0 to, and here dp of 0 2, and the remainder as 0, remainder as 1, remainder as 2, right? All this stuff you have to fill. Okay, step by step we are going to fill everything. So this is also, you can say 0 0 0. This is also 0 0 0. Okay, same thing you have to do for all these cells initially. So I'm going to fill all these values, right? So these are nothing but the initial states, right, for all these cells. So basically we need this final ultimate value, right? So dp2 means I need to reach to this cell 2 with remainder 0, right? So this value in the end I need to check, right? So this is very initial setup, right? Now here if you see I'm initially here, right? In this cell I'm here, right? So in this cell only 5 I have, right? Only 5 I have. So what is 5 modulus with 3? It is nothing but 2, right? So I can say dp 0 0, right? I need to reach to this cell 0 0. I'm initially here with the remainder 2. So there is one path. There is only one path for this, right? So I am going to make it 1. This value I'm going to make it 1. That's it, right? So this is the only change for this, because only dp00 with 2 is possible. These values are not possible actually here, right? Initially we are here only, we are starting from here only, right? This is nothing but my start cell. Okay, now after that we have to check different possibilities, right? So let's check this cell, then after that I will check this cell, then after that I will check this cell, right? Like this I am going to iterate. Now let's say I move to this. So for this cell definitely I can't come from top, right? There is nothing. I can only come from here, right? I have to follow these directions only, right direction, or I have to follow down direction. So down is not possible for this one. Okay, only this is possible, right? So now I'm going to check I'm going to check in how many ways I can reach to this cell with remainder 0. See, this is a new value of this particular cell, right? So I can just create one variable value, and in this 2, right? 2 is a new value, so will just do the modulus with k value, so I will get 2 only, right? So I'm just taking a small value, right? So now from here, right, from this cell only we can come, right? There is no top, right? So r is equal to 0, r is equal to 1, r is equal to 2, right? So I have to do some addition of this with this. I have to do some addition of this with this. I have to do some addition of this with this, and then maybe I will get some new r, maybe I will get some new remainder, right? So we have to check all the possibilities, right? We have to check all the possibilities. Maybe in a remainder, when the remainder was 0, then I'm adding the 2. Maybe when the remainder was 1, then I'm adding 2. Maybe when the remainder was 2, then I'm adding this 2, and then calculate the new remainder, right? Because I explained in the top, right, that if you have this 8, right, and then after that 4 comes, then again we are reaching to remainder 0, right? Even though in the old stage remainder is 2, right? So we have to check all the possibilities, right? So here what I'm going to do now, I have to check for r is equal to 0, I have to check for r is equal to 1, I have to check for r is equal to 2, right? I have to check all these possibilities. So when my r is equal to 0, when my r is equal to 0, then during that case my new r is going to be r value 0 plus the val value, that is nothing but 2, and modulus with k, that is nothing but 3, so you are going to get 2, right? This is the new remainder, right? So same way here also, new r is nothing but 1 plus 2 modulus with 3 is equal to 0. Same way here, new r is equal to 2 plus 2 modulus with 3, that is nothing but 1, right? Okay, so now here, how I'm updating the new state, how I'm updating the new state. So my new state, I'm going to update it like this. Okay, so here I'm going to write dp of I, j, and new remainder, right? I am reaching with the new remainder, right? I'm reaching with the new remainder. So I can say, right, for this one I am only coming from this cell, right, from this to this, right? So it's very easy to update this, right? So what I'm going to do, what is the old value of this dp of I, j, comma new r, what is the old value of this one, right? Now in this previous time, I'm moving to this new r now, but previous time this new r value, it is coming from my old r value, right? Old r value. So in this r value, right, using this r value, I calculated the new r value, and this r value is from the previous cell. So here I am going to write dp of, so your row is going to remain same, you are coming from left side, your column here j minus 1 I have to write, right, previous column, and here I have to write r, right? So this is what I need to do, and overall with the mode, right? So this is nothing but from left, this is what you need to do. Same way, right now we are just going to do this, okay? But same way, if you want to do from right, so that is also very simple, similar like this. So then again, new state dp of I, j, new r, right? So this is going to be dp of I, j, and new r only here. But now this time you are coming from top, so if you are coming from top, then your I will be -1, okay? J will remain same, and previous r modulus with mod, like this, okay? So this is how I'm going to operate values, right? So now here let's update now. So dp of 0 0 and new r. So here if you see this new r coming out as 2, right? So 0 0 0 0 2 I'm operating. So previous time 0 0 0 0 1 2, right? I'm currently at this cell now, 0 1 2. So 0 1 2 I'm operating, right? 0 1 2. So previous time what is the value at 0 1 2? It is nothing but 0 only. In this previous time at 0, here j minus 1 0, and r value r is 0. So at 0 0 0 what is the value? So it is 0 only, so I'm going to get here 0 only, right? This is what I have updated here. Same way, now see carefully, new r is 0, uh 0, okay, here. But I think this will be impacted, okay, but let's see first 0, right? So now now here in this case, okay, so new r is 0, so that simply means this one, right? This one. So previous is 0, right? Previous is 0, and r is 1, so here also it is 0, right? Just apply this formula, dp of 0 1 and new r 0 0 1 0. So this is nothing but 0 1 0, so that is still 0 plus dp of 0 0 and old r 1 0 0 1. So this is going to be 0 only, right? Now see this thing, this part, Okay, this, see this part, see this part. So dp of 0 1 1, right? So here if you check this, new r is 1, new r is 1 means this part, okay, this part. So dp of 0 1 0 old state is 0 only, plus previous time 0, and here it will be subtracted, right? So 0 0, and here in place of this new r I have to write r is equal to 2, at here it is 1. So 0 plus 1, I'm going to get what? I'm going to get 1 here. So here this is what I need to change. I will get 1 here, right? I will get 1 here. Okay, this is what I need to do, right? So see here, initially this is the state, right? So here this is the state, right? Now after that I am moving to this one, right? So I have 0 1 0, right? So here see 0 1 0 as a remainder for this cell 0 comma 1, right? So this is correct, right? Same way we have to fill all the other values. Then after that I'm moving to cell 0 comma 2, right? So in 0 comma 2 you will see 0 0 and 1, right? So you will see 0 0 and 1. Okay, this is what you will see here. And same way here also you need to do the same thing, na? So current value is 4. So 4 modulus with 3, you are going to get 1, right? So 1 is a new value. So this one value, right? So we have to check now all the possibilities. If r is equal to 0, if r is equal to 1, r is equal to 2, then in that case new r will come as, new r will come as, here also new r, here also new r. So new r is nothing but old remainder 0, 0 plus new value 0 plus 1 modulus with 3 1, 0 1 plus 1 modulus with 3 is equal to 2, then 2 plus 1 modulus with 3, this is what you are going to get. Okay, so now let me show you for this. Okay, let's pick this. So that simply means 0 2, this cell I'm talking about 0 comma 2, and new remainder is 2, that simply means 0 2 and 2, this is what I'm talking about, right? So old value right now it is 1, I'm just now I have written, right? But before that it was 0. In this previous time I'm jumping, so 0 and my column will be 1, and previous time my r is 1, so at 0 1 1, so it was 1, right? So this value, from this I am moving to this, this is how I'm feeling, right? So that is why I'm getting this. Okay, same way for after that you move to this cell 1 comma 0, 1 comma 0, right? So in this you are going to get what? You are going to get 0 0 and 1, right? Here you are going to get 0 0 and 1. Okay, here let's write 1. Okay, then you move to cell 1 comma 1, so you are going to get 0 1 and 1, so you are going to get here 1 and 1. Okay, so uh, here you are going to get 0 1 and 1. Okay, next time you move to cell 1 comma 2, right? So cell 1 comma 2, you are going to get 1 2 0, right? 1 2 and 0. So let's write this 1 2 0 here. Okay, so let me just erase it, erase this, erase this. Okay, so you are going to get here 1 2 and 0, right? This is done. Okay, then after that you move to cell 2 comma 0, 2 comma 0, you're going to get 0 0 1. Okay, so here you are going to get 0 0 and 1. Okay, this is done. Then after that you move to this cell, so here you are going to get 0 0 and 1. This is what you are going to get, right? And one more thing, like if you are at this cell, so you have to check the values here and from here, then from both sides you have to update, right? That simply means you have to apply this one and then this one also, right? Both the things, right? For this one also you have to apply this one and this one. For this one also you need to apply this one, this one. For this one, this one. For this cell also you need to apply this one, this one. Okay, this one is only coming from here, this one is only coming from here, because there is no left. Okay, so all these things you have to check. Okay, for this one you are only checking this one. Okay, so yeah, and then after that at cell 2 1 you move here, you going to get this, and then 2 comma 2, right? So here you are going to get here what? So now from See here, if you see, even in the code I mentioned, from top what was the update, from left what was the update, and then in the end what is going to happen. So from left, from top, from left. Okay, so these are nothing but dry run statements. Okay, you can follow them, right? You can just draw it like this and copy, right? And then try to fill up. Okay, and then you can refer whether you are going to get correct answer like this or not, right? So these are nothing but debug statements, right? This is correct only, right? And in the final, when you reach here now, so you are going to see that here at this particular position you will get 2, here at this particular position you will get 1, and here at this particular position you will get 3. So in the end you are just dealing with this only, right? So you have to return this value. That's it. This is the dry run for this code. Okay, clear? So this is what we need to do. Okay, so we did a lot of things actually. So now let's write the code. Code is very simple, right? If you just understand whatever explained, code is going to be the same thing whatever explained, right? So let's first create a mode variable. So here I'm just going to write private static final int mode is equal to, so this is done. And now inside this, just get the m value is nothing but grid dot length, and n value is nothing but just pick the first row, grid of 0, and just calculate the length of this, so you will get the number of columns, right? So we are going to create a 3D DP, right? 3D DP, and DP of I to j. That simply means I want to move to this cell I to j with the remainder, right? So this is the plan. So let's create that. Int dp is equal to new int, and here you have to just simply write m, number of rows, number of columns, and here the k value, right? So k is equal to 3, so that simply means 0 1 2 3 values, right? So that is by k. Now here initial state, I told you how we are going to fill the initial state, so that is also very simple. So initial state is simply means here 0, here 0, what is the value at this particular cell? Okay, grid 0 0, right? And here just do the modulus of this with the value k, right? So it this value is always going to be equal to 1, right? So there is only one way with this particular remainder. We move to this cell 0 comma 0, right? Initially we are here only, right? So definitely we will get only one value of this one, right? That's it. So 0 0 in our example 0 0 2, right? Here this part, okay, 0 0 2 1. That's it. Now this is done. Okay, now very simple, we have to just iterate over all the cells. Int I is equal to 0, I is less than m, I plus plus, then for int j is equal to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus. Now here we have to calculate the value. So int val is nothing but simply you can write a grid, and here I, and here j, right? And here just do the modulus with k. Done. We have to skip the start cell, right? We have to skip start cell. So in that case what I'm going to do, here I will just write if I value is equal to 0 and j value is equal to 0, just continue, right? And then we have to check all the possibilities with different remainders, right, coming from old cells. So r is equal to 0, r is less than k, and r plus plus, right? And how I'm calculating the new r value? New r value is nothing but r plus value, and again just do the modulus with the k. That's it. So this is how I'm going to calculate the new r. Now we have to check two scenarios. We can come from top, right? So if I is greater than 0, right? If we are not at row 0. That's if if we are at row 0 now, we can't come from top, right? So if from top, so here I'm writing one if condition. If I is greater than 0, only then, right? So here it's very simple. Same thing that I've explained here. dp of I, dp of j, and here new r, right? I'm reaching to this with new r. So this new r value is dependent on this dp of this, right? And plus dp of I. Now from top I'm coming, right? So that simply means I minus 1 I have to do, right, from top. And this value is nothing but r only. Okay, only r, previous r. And then this overall I have to do the mod, right? This is done. Now same way, this is from top, right? So we have to do from left also. So here I'm just going to write from left, and here I will just write if j is greater than 0, right? And here dp of ij num r, I'm updating dp of ij num r. Here this time previous column I have to pick, so here I have to do j minus 1. That's it, right? And that's it actually. Here just one thing is pending, so here your for loop ends. So here just write return dp of, here told you that it should be m minus 1, last row, last column, last cell, right? And here remainder 0 only we need, right? So that's it. Okay, now let's run the code and see if the code will try to fix that. So see, all the test cases has been accepted, right? Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? And the time complexity for this problem is going to be m into n into k, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem. And if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.